What's up, y'all? Out here at the range, as you can see behind me, fantastic day out here. The weather's supposed to be in the mid upper 70s, no wind at all hardly out here, just a little light breeze, so it's perfect weather to do some testing out here today. But as y'all can see on this one, we're headed back to the 22LR Federal Punch. Y'all know it's been a minute since I've done a punch test. I was hot and heavy on this stuff trying to find a contender out there that could out penetrate the punch in a shorter barrel, and the last two tests have come very close, and surprisingly they were just some old bulk rounds. So we actually gonna stick with that theme, and we're going to try another, not, I guess you could call it a bulk round, but maybe a kind of bulk or cheaper round anyway. So let me show you what we're working with. As always, we got our contraption set up out here. Got my chrono, got 2 blocks of gel, freshly melted straight out the oven, so not a single track in these. I like to start out with the punch on this clean one since it makes such a small track, it doesn't really interfere with the ones I do after it. But like I said on this one, we're working with kind of a bulk round, if you want to call it, and that's the Winchester Super X, otherwise known as the red Rattlers, because you get that rattle from the red box there. So the Winchester Super X, obviously these are 22LR. These are 40 grain, round nose, copper plated projectiles. 1,300 feet per second is what the velocity on the box is. Now that's obviously out of a rifle, so I'm sure we're not going to see that on these. And then of course the reigning champ, the 22LR Federal Premium Punch, flat nose, 29 grain solid projectile. As y'all can see, very nice nickel plated cartridge there. Now I've mentioned this in the past, but for those who hadn't watched many of these punch videos, a couple of the reasons why this punch does so well, it's a purpose-built self-defense round for 22LR, made for shorter barrels. A couple of the reasons why, like I say, it does so well, it's a flat nose projectile for one, and the case length is actually a little tiny bit longer than most standard 22LRs. It's actually got the same case length as a Stinger, the CCI Stinger. But our tool for today, as always, is the Taurus TX22 with the 4-inch barrel. This thing runs absolutely flawless. I mean, I can't even tell you a single problem I've had out of this Taurus TX22. Absolutely love this thing. But enough of the chit chat. Let me get everything set up and let's get this thing started. All right, y'all, let's get us some speeds and see what we're working with out here. I'm gonna give you a 5-round average out of both of these since I've got plenty of 22LR. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna run 5 rounds through the chrono and give you the average and see what the speeds are. Hopefully this chrono don't aggravate me this morning. It's kind of early in the mornings with the sun coming across like this. It wants to be a little finicky sometimes, but hopefully it'll cooperate with us, y'all. Let's see what we got. I'm expecting them 1250 out of these punch. They're really pretty consistent. 1236, 1250, 1241, 1250, and 1240. Like I said, 1250 almost every time. These punch are incredibly consistent. Let's go down there and check that average out. All right, so the 5-round average on the Federal Punch, just like I called it, it's 1,243 feet per second. I mean, it's really impressive just how consistent these punch 22LR rounds are. But let me get this thing reset and let's check out them red Rattlers. All right, y'all, here we go with the Winchester Super X, aka the red Rattlers. So I'm gonna do a 5-round average on these also. I don't expect near the speed out of these, but I've been surprised in the past. Let's see what we get. 927, 917, 922. Ooh, that was a weak boy right there. 467, y'all. All right, y'all, it did leave the barrel, but it didn't cycle the slide or anything. That was a weak dud of a round right there, buddy. So I'm actually gonna throw that out because I don't think it really ain't gonna matter, but I'm gonna throw that out and get the average of 5 normal rounds. So I got 2 more loaded back up in here. So let's get 2 more run through it. 1036. That's another weak one right there. 729. So, whew, this is some inconsistent ammo for sure right here. Let me go down there and check the average on that. All right, so the 5-round average on them Rattlers was 906, and that's throwing out the 400 and giving it that good 1,030 something feet one. So these things are very inconsistent. So 906 feet per second on that one. If you remember on the punch, it was 1,243. So you're talking about 337 feet per second seconds slower out of those red Rattlers. No matter what happens in the gel, I'm gonna be honest with you, these red Rattlers ain't got nothing on this punch. That inconsistency is horrible. There's no telling what kind of speed the one that hits the gel is gonna have, but I should be able to feel it anyway. But let me get this reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's spitting and sputtering jelly time. I'm gonna start out with the Federal Premium Punch. Put one down there in the gel and see what we got. I'm expecting right around 15 inches out of this. I think is usually what we get, and it's probably gonna tumble around backwards as always. So let's see what we get, y'all. All right, look like a good solid hit. Let's go down there and check it out. All right, y'all, that punch came to play today, buddy. It performed absolutely fantastic as it always does. So let's try out this old wishy-washy red Rattler. As y'all are gonna notice, I'm doing something I don't normally do, which is I'm running this round through the chrono into the gel. I think this warrants it because it can, as y'all saw, I mean, this thing could be 300, 400 feet per second up to 1,000. So it's a widespread, but I'm just gonna tell you, I don't care what it goes through there as, whatever hits the gel, and that's gonna be it. Even if it's 300-400, that's going to be the valid test, and that's just going to show just how bad this ammo is. So let's see what we get, y'all. All right, that was 987, so that was a valid speed right there. Let's go down there and check out what we got. All right, y'all, let's take a look at what we got down here. Really nice placement on these so you can get a good comparison here. On the top, obviously, is the Federal Punch. On the bottom is the Winchester Super X. As always on the punch, it comes in, makes a nice wound action really far down its track, and it carried all the way out here. It looks like it's about 2 inches into that second block, so we'll measure it here, but it looks like it's sitting around 18 inches of penetration, and it's sitting down here turned around backwards. Now, the red Rattler, right up under that, it came in, actually it's got a nice wound channel on it too. It did not tumble, and it looks like it stopped, I would say about 14, probably around 14 inches right there. And that was a 900 and some velocity one. So I'm not saying this looks bad at all. This is a decent looking performance right here out of that red Rattler. But just imagine the 400 and something we saw, the 400 FPS, we saw a 700. I mean, that's just absolutely terrible consistency. And that was 2 bad ones out of just 6 rounds, y'all. I mean, that's horrible consistency on that. That's definitely going to be one that I'm going to do a multi-round test on here very soon. After seeing that, I'm curious to see just how many out of 100 would be absolute duds like that. But let's get the measurement on the penetration here. So the Federal Punch, yeah, just like I was saying, 18 and almost 1/4 inches of penetration out of that Federal Punch. That's absolutely fantastic, y'all. From a 4-inch barrel from a 22 LR, absolutely fantastic penetration on that punch. The red Rattler, yeah, like I say, it's actually stopped short. It's an 1/8 inch short of 14 inches, so 13 7/8 is what that red Rattler got, and that was one of the faster ones. That was a 900 some velocity. So yeah, I'm definitely not impressed at all with these red Rattlers. And obviously, with both of them being solid projectiles, there's no kind of expansion on them, no kind of deformation. I'll give y'all some overhead views here, but they're both completely intact, so I'm not going to bother with pulling the projectile, getting any kind of measurements or anything on them. Wanted to give y'all a quick look overhead. You can see the punch there facing backwards. A red Rattler there forward. I wanted to mainly just show you the wound channel so you don't think, you couldn't really see from the side on that punch how nice the wound channel, but that's the punch on top there. So as you can see, very nice wound channel on that punch as well. All right, y'all, another punch test in the books. This punch did what it always does out here. It came out here and chopped the head right off of this Rattler. Incredibly consistent speeds, fantastic penetration out of this thing, great wound channel out of it. You just really cannot ask for more out of a 22 LR if you're going to use it as a defensive round. These Winchester Super X, on the other hand, absolute fail in my opinion. The one we did get into the gel down here wasn't terrible bad. Had decent wound channel action out of it, but that was one that was moving at 900 something feet per second. The penetration was not what you would want to see for a 22 LR in my opinion. And that the consistency, that just woefully bad consistency out of these. 2 rounds out of 6 were very low. So like I said, these Winchester Super X are definitely definitely going to be a contender for my little consistency test I've been doing with bulk rounds. I'm going to run, you know, 60, 70 through it like I've been doing and see just how many duds we get out of that many. But y'all let me know what y'all's experience is with these red rattlers. Do some of y'all out there run these things? Have you run a bunch of them all the time? Is it just here and there? Do you have some you hadn't run yet? Do they run consistent, unlike what I saw out here, or did you see a lot of inconsistency like I did myself out here? But as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you reach down and hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon so you can get notified when I upload these new videos. I really do appreciate that. Check out all my affiliate links down below. The Amazon link, you know the deal. If you shop through Amazon anyway, hit that link up first, and anything you buy anywhere on Amazon after going through that link first, I get a kickback from them towards the channel, so I really do appreciate that. Check out those Axle Ear Pro affiliate links down below. The sun's already starting to heat up out here today. I'm gonna have to start bringing some shade, but one thing I can tell you is my ears ain't sweating, my head ain't sweating from having big ear muffs on, so these things are gonna be an absolute savior out here in the summertime. But if y'all are interested in picking some of these up, like I say, check those links down below. You get some big savings on those things versus going straight to their website. Appreciate the heck out of all my Range Game members for hitting that join button, and every single one of y'all out there who supports the channel by watching the videos, hitting that thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button, and like I said, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what y'all's thoughts on these inconsistent Winchester red rattlers are. I got several more things planned for out here today, so I got to reset stuff and get busy on it. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for a whole lot of good stuff on the way, and in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.